Yeah, man, that's me upside down in a fighter jet over the mountains of Montana, pulling 5 Gs and trying not to throw up. How the hell did I get here? The answer to that question is Jared Isaacman. He's an American billionaire, entrepreneur, pilot, and astronaut who texted me and said, "Want to fly some fighter jets?" And I said, "Yeah, let's go do that." Jared Isaacman is an astronaut who's flown historic missions like the first ever all-civilian orbital spacecraft. He's also done the first ever civilian spacewalk. This is something that takes a lot of balls and a lot of skill. And he was also nominated by Donald Trump to lead NASA for obvious reasons. The nomination was withdrawn after a little bit of a scuffle with Elon Musk earlier in the year. Maybe you've heard of it. But new reports indicate that Isaacman is back in the running to become the NASA administrator. I couldn't think of anybody more qualified than someone who's done this. He also has a company called Draken International. This is a company that operates a fleet of private military aircraft to provide training services for the armed forces. This is the story of how I got my ass into an Alpha jet, deciding to rip some G's.
All right, here we go. Oh, that kicks so much ass.
When President Trump pulled Jared Isaacman's nomination for NASA administrator, it gave him a little extra free time, and I think he decided to just invite some people out to fly jets with him. That's what got me out to Bozeman, Montana. I didn't really know what to expect. Started off by going to a rodeo. We had a fun time. And then we showed up at the Draken hangar, where all of the jets are stored. Got a little safety briefing from Isaacman, and got a chance to really talk with him about what the purpose of this program was before flying. Here's what he said.
This is our hangar in Bozeman, Montana. We call it the graveyard. Yeah, we're just getting all of our jets out on the ramp for a good day of flying.
They come from all over the world.
Yes.
Some of them are made by Russians, some of them are made by adversaries, and you use these to train American pilots and also for air shows all around the world.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, right there, that's a MiG-29. That's a 4th-gen fighter that's being used in the Russia-Ukraine conflict. The Indian Navy has them on their aircraft carriers. It's a Mach 2, highly maneuverable aircraft that our pilots have to train against in the future.
That's currently flying in war zones right now.
Absolutely.
So this looks like the Top Gun. Is it?
In the original Top Gun, they flew A4 Skyhawks and F5s, which we fly also. And they used them as a bad guy. So in the original Top Gun, they used American planes to be the bad guys.
Yes.
In Top Gun 2, they actually used renderings of the latest Russian stealth fighter. So that was an accurate rendering, the plane that was doing, crazy things in the sky. But a MiG-29, every day, Ukrainians and Russians are flying these airplanes in combat.
Incredible. Right here, this is from the 80s, right?
Yeah, so this is a British Tornado, an F2, so this was their air interceptor version. Now, why this is so cool is it's a variable geometry wing. So the wing moves back and forth like the F-14, and this plane can go really fast, really low.
How long until you can even get this up in the air?
I think this will fly by the end of the year.
What kind of loopholes do you have to jump through in order to get a MiG? I mean, it seems like something that you'd make like a black market Nicolas Cage movie about, right?
So there's ATF approvals. I mean, these are weapons of war. We have various explosives for the ejection seats. We work with the State Department on authorization for some aircraft, for example, F5s.
Sounds like a lot of paperwork. Don't try and buy a MiG at home, is what I'm saying here, okay? There's not gonna be a link in the description for the MiG. What did you think the first time you got up in there, and were able to fly? Were you impressed? Would you say wow, this sucker can cook?
Yeah, it's absolutely the highest performance aircraft I've ever flown. When you plug it into Afterburner, you could be at 50,000 feet in 2 minutes. It's just so powerful, but it's a real pleasure to fly.
This is really cool, Jared.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for having us, man.
I really appreciate it.
I have to admit, part of the reason why I was so interested in coming out here was because I'd never met Jared Isaacman, and, well, if he's gonna be NASA administrator, that sounded pretty cool. I wanted to get to know him, and the best way to do that is probably to trust somebody you just met with your life, which is what I did by having Jared fly me in what is an Alpha jet. This is a jet that is European manufactured, but it still really rips. This is my first time ever in a fighter jet. It was a lot of fun.
Then we're gonna push everybody out wide, and then you're gonna fly the airplanes.
The planes will be away from each other at this point. Okay.
I
don't trust these sons of bitches.
You got to get some gear on, you got to get fitted up, suited up, and you gotta sit and get the mask kind of right over the stupid glasses. Anyway, once all that was done, we rolled down the runway, ready for takeoff. And while a commercial jet is kind of lumbering and large, you can feel its motions and hear it creak as it moves. These suckers are like ninjas, dude. They just rip. I don't know how else to explain it. Time and space have no meaning. You can just operate on a plane of physics that I'm just not used to. Boy, I wasn't used to the G-forces. And while I didn't throw up throughout the flight, I came really close. Eventually, I really did start blacking out with the number of rolls that we were doing, an incredible trench run straight through the mountainside. And I was able to even fly the jet myself. I was able to do one roll in the jet, super easy.
Oh, that kicked so much ass. Oh, that's so cool.
Yep, good. I've never been this close to another plane in the sky before. A bit unnerving. And then you realize that these are some of the best pilots in the world. And so it chills you out. But this was just a wild experience, and I would highly recommend it if you ever get the chance. I can't wait to go do it again. When we landed, it was a relief, honestly. I needed to get back on the ground. You know, I was shaking because the G-forces had just eventually built up in my body. I think they tell me that this is about blood pressure and the blood sort of rushing to my head or away from my head. But anyway, it was good to get my feet back on the ground, and you could tell I was pretty happy here.
Didn't throw up.
Great job.
Yes. Oh man, I blacked out a couple of, not black out, but like,
You saw a little tunnel
it
vision.
really gets crunched in. I have not trained for this. Holy moly. It really makes you respect like astronauts, professional fighters. Would probably be way more.
Oh yeah, when you're in like a 4th, 5th gen fighter, they're pulling 9 Gs forever. On the space side, what you felt on this flight, on re-entry, when that capsule is slamming back in the atmosphere, you feel that same amount of Gs for about 10 minutes straight.
How do you train that?
You just do this a lot, and you get used to it.
Body acclimates. Yeah. The canyon was unbelievable. Like again, it is, you're not prepared for it, and you think you're a real man, and then you get hit with some G's. And I try to be in shape, but your body just says what's going on to me.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It just really makes you respect the pilots who run this shit all day. No time.
Get a team photo.
Yes.
I can't think of a better way to cap off a day flying fighter jets than to go up to a Star Wars themed bar, which is exactly what we went up to.
Welcome to the cantina.
Yes. Look at this. The original illegal aliens. This is amazing. It is an actual working, functional cantina from Star Wars.
Totally.
You even get the blue milk. It's amazing. This is it. This is it. Wow. So they've built the functional cantina bar from Mos Eisley. We got Watto over here. There you go. And then outside you have the literal jets. You have MiG's actual Star Wars tech. So we have our selection of lightsabers. I'm probably doing it wrong.
Is there a blooper reel?
Lightsaber armory. This is amazing. No freaking way. Oh, the Darth Vader Death Star fire pit with the Vader helmet in it. This is the greatest. This is every man's dream. And the fighter jets off the balcony. I'm never gonna leave. They're never gonna. I'm gonna live here. The greatest man cave I have ever seen in my life. And the best part about this, it's complete with actual jets. This is my home now.
It was one of the best days of my life. It just felt fully American. There's no other way to explain it. Even though we were flying foreign aircraft, the fact that you can do this in our country, the fact that this is allowed, that somebody has the freedom to just go buy up a bunch of fighter jets and then use them to train the US military, but also to fuck around with his friends inside of a hangar that's owned by him and that's operated by some incredible technicians with a complete Star Wars bar in it. I mean, come on, man. This is the American dream. What an awesome and kick-ass country. I don't know who Trump's gonna pick as the NASA administrator. Obviously, there is a lot of news on this right now, but I do know this. that somebody like Jared Isaacman just wants America to win, just hates commies. And that's good enough for me, man. And if you've done the only commercial spacewalk in history to boot, you're a literal astronaut, well, I mean, that just makes sense. I mean, I'll say this. Jared Isaacman for NASA administrator. I trusted the guy with my life, and it worked out, and so I'll trust him to take us to the moon and Mars, and who knows where. That's the report from Bozeman, Montana. See ya.